to come on here and just talk your ear out. So I've been hearing a lot of people, call me the Queen of Darkness, Queen of Hearts, Fro- Frost, so many different names like Queen of the Wolf Packs, Leader of the Wolf Pack, legit, so many names out there. But you know, I can identify to all of them, but at the same time, like, I feel that my path has always been darker than light. And even though I consider myself very balanced, like, I feel like I have gone through so much trauma in my life. And this was my life purpose, to start off with the whole trauma, to get it out of the way, for me to be able to speak to you guys in this more healed, mature way that, life molded me into. And not only this life, but I'm pretty sure previous lives as well. Because from what my beliefs are, is, energy never dies. Like, you either reincarnate or, transfer your energy in a more useful way, 111, which we can either go to source, you could call it heaven, whatever you want, a different realm. There's just so much endless possibilities to explore within my mind of my own beliefs, that it goes like in levels. Like, it could go from, you don't die your endless energy, and when you do die from one realm, you switch on to the next one and the next one and the next one. That's why, like, there's different changes in your reality in different types of days, like why you feel that certain days, like it's a Wednesday when it's actually a Thursday, or a Friday when it's actually a Monday, etc., etc., like stuff like that. And then it goes on to like the whole dimension of like our ancestors, our spirit guides, and everybody beyond the other veil. It's obviously a whole different realm, a whole different like universe. It's just a web of knowledge, 222, a web of knowledge, of confusement, but it all basically makes sense to me. But for today, what they kept showing me was the tower moment, the tower card. And a lot of us that have gone through the reset, we paid our karma, paid our dues, went through the reset, and we are still experiencing like tower moments here and there, but obviously not huge ones. And then when we sit back and we think about like who we are as a being, like how important you are to this universe, how important your life journey is, you really realize that, all the bad things really do happen to good people. Why? I started over obsessing and over analyzing this theory for myself, and having the balance of the spirituality, having the balance of this whole logic, well, not logic, but like the matrix thing, and then kind of combining both worlds into my own creepy dark spectrum of light. 333. I came to a few theories for myself that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. Having briefly explained all of my theories, my beliefs, where I'm coming from, and which way I'm going. God, I hope you can keep up with my mind. I came to a conclusion is that bad things don't necessarily happen to good people, is 0404. It's just that good people tend to manifest these things for themselves because they do not stand up for themselves. They do not have the same strength, 421, that, a narcissist would have, as to taking what is theirs, as to claiming what's theirs, to taking their happiness, what makes them happy. A good person will always put themselves last. And that is one thing that, my mom taught me. Like, always put other people first. Put them first, 444, how you want them to put you, but nobody actually ever did. It was just the kind people who kept doing this, because everybody else who was selfish never did. And then I started seeing the patterns between all of the really good people. They were always stressed, they were always worried, 0505. They were always uneasy. They were always going through depression, anxiety, all of these negative things that weigh heavily on their body, on their mind, in their soul. While all the bad people, or all the sleeping people, all the people who were not healing, all the people who were very selfish, narcissistic, egotistical, and very like mundana, like people who are just materialistic. Like they have no empathy, they have no feelings, they have no emotions, they have zero soul. These are the people that drain the good people. 555. These are the people that attach themselves to good people to drain them from their life, their energy, their health, everything. 0606. And I've noticed that every single good person always ends up pairing up with a narcissist, a gaslighter, an egotistical scumbag. And not always, but majority of the time. And it's because we are not healing that part of us that should have healed to let go of these type of people that are not causing any happiness within our soul. Like we force ourselves to stay like in relationships, in friendships, in work environments that are draining to our souls. And as good people, we're like, oh, but we can't, no podemos quedar mal. Like we can't, ¿cómo se dice? No podemos quedar mal in fucking English. Like we can't like just not go to work. Like we gotta go to work. Like word gave them our word, blah blah blah, whatever. Or like with friends, like, oh, I can't cut this person off. I've known them since kinder. Who the fuck cares, bro? Like you are not the same person in kinder as you are now. Like sometimes our loyalty keeps us in places that we should have released a long time ago. And this is also with like relationship, friendships, work environments. Like I said, put it where it fits. But all of these emotions are causing stress, are causing your body to be at like not at ease. Like you're literally inviting sickness into you. And I've noticed that also my health goes like this. Like I do not get sick. But somehow I started realizing that when I was around certain people that were draining my energy and I did not want to see it at the time, 0808, because I was giving them so much and trying to fill their cup so much that I lacked my own cup, my own self love, and I was not seeing this. I was just overgiving and overgiving and wondering why it still was not enough. But then you start realizing you are getting drained. Like your light is leaving, but you're still fighting for something that's not going to correct anything. And all of the good people have been doing this. I've noticed that with my mom. I noticed that with a lot of my mom's friends. I noticed that with a lot of my friends, a lot of my acquaintances, a lot of everybody. The best way to just stay at peace, obviously we still gotta mingle in society, 911. We still have to participate in the world. We still have to go out there and leave our mark. We still have to go out there, heal for our generations to do better than we did. But the thing is that this is where we need to teach our generations that just because you are kind, it doesn't mean that people will take advantage of you. And this is where I love my balance so much, because I can go from the sweetest person to the meanest, most cold-hearted you will ever know, and I will not care, because it will take so much for me to get out of character that when I finally do, I don't feel bad. And that's kind of what scares me because when it does reach that point, it's like the point of no return. So it's good to be balanced, to protect your light. You can't just be all good. You'll get hurt. You'll you'll just end up in the dirt. And obviously, like, yes, I am 100% for all that love and light. But in the world that I live in, we're not country folks. We're not, sweet neighbors. Like, we are sharks. I live amongst the sharks. I am a wolf amongst sharks. I am a wolf amongst all these other predators that are just hungry all the time. So, yes, we have to mold to our environments. Anybody who tells you otherwise is because they have never lived 1111 a hard life, or they have never been to the type of hell that you've been through, that you had to pull yourself out of, or that you're still struggling to get out of. But the whole point of remaining balanced is so people do not walk all over you. So you do not invite unwanted energies into your temple, your body. Your body is sacred. Your body needs to be at ease. 1144. Like, as a healer, as a spiritual person, you understand the energy people around you must have. You know, you understand the type of energies you can be around and you should avoid, the type of energies you're forcing yourself to be 1212 to be around just because you don't want to hurt certain people, but you're hurting yourself. And that's the one thing that, I wish I could have told my mom. Like, you are hurting yourself for not wanting to hurt either me or other people, or because you're too busy caring about other people's opinions about your own life, that you're literally ignoring your intuition. Your intuition will always guide you as long as you don't go against it, because once you start going against it, that's when your soul starts feeling drained. That's when your soul starts feeling so tired. And it's not just physical tired, because it starts with physically showing symptoms. Your body feeling drained, your mood's going to shit. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. Like, your energy levels are just not how they used to be. Your glow starts 1313 starts dimming down. Like, you don't have the same energy to put effort into yourself, to invest in yourself, to love yourself, to look at yourself in the mirror and actually love what you're seeing. Everybody will have flaws. Everybody will have 333 will have imperfections. But it's your temple. You get one in this life. The next life, whether you believe in reincarnation, because if you don't, well, then I guess you don't have to worry about that. But for those of you who believe in reincarnation, like, the next life, you're going to have a whole different body, a whole different race, a whole different life experience, a whole different family. Like, don't waste the one life you have now with the conscious and awareness that you have right now to make those memories, to make something better, to pull yourself out of that hell for the next life, that you don't have to go through the things 421 that you just did. All of those things. Like, a lot of us choose to live this life because we're so addicted to the drama, we're so addicted to the pain, we're so addicted to chaos. Like, for me, for instance, like, I really do feel that even though I came from hell, like, I don't belong. 444, neither in hell, neither in heaven. Like, I feel that I can come and go from either worlds and help people from both sides. Um, and it's a fascinating experience to live and to understand and to be able to have within my soul, within my knowledge, within my subconscious mind, with all of this spiritual growth that I have, from going from dark crafts to atheist to spiritual to where I am like now, obviously as a spiritual person, but in a balanced way, because I already tried the whole spiritual as being light. It didn't feel right. I did the whole dark magic. It didn't feel right. The balance, this gray area, this is what feels right. This is where I feel that I can be who I need to be without sacrificing the good person and without shutting down my evil side. 555. Because I really do understand that who we are is not intended to get shut down. As a good person, we learn that, the dark side is a no no. Like, you don't use it, you don't admire it, you don't even look at it, you just know. 1616. But in my world, this darkness is what protects my light. Like, you have to get through the dark parts of me to be able to really earn that light, earn that goodness, earn that loyalty. Because I know that when you get to that good light, that good parts of who I am, like, there's no going back. Like, I emotionally attach myself and there's no going back. So that's why it takes so much for me to like put my guards down, especially because I've seen how much other nice people get taken advantage of over and over and over again. So I put people through the seven rings of hell before I allow people to fully be in my energy. And I know that pisses a lot of people off, but I don't care. Why? Because when I gave this loyalty and other people gave this loyalty or gave their kindness to us, to other people, like everybody, we all got taken advantage of. We all got stepped on. We all got, either left, fired, laughed at, rumored, whatever it is, whatever your situation is. Like, all of these things happened. And if we were paying attention, we would have noticed that our spirit team was allowing all these things to happen to us, to all the nice people as well, because they were telling us something, that we are somewhere where we were not supposed to be. But because we are so kind, so nice, we're like, oh, but we can't leave them. They don't have nobody. Oh, we can't leave because, they can't do this. Or what if it was me? Or what if it happens to me? Like, no. This is why it happens to good people, because the narcissists don't think about stuff like that. The bad people don't think about stuff like that. They go for what they want and they take it. That's it. So, for nice people, I think that we have to learn a little bit something about the darkness as well. Because if not, the darkness will consume you and you will be exonerated. Because that's just how life is. And we're here for a human experience. And if we do not participate, and if we do not learn, if we do not listen, we will be eliminated, because we are going to be at the bottom of the food chain, at the bottom, at the energy field. And, a lot of us go through also experiences of like sickness because our body has been so stressed for too long. So the faster you gain that peace within, the better you will be, the better you guys will all feel, and the better we can manifest a better future without fears, because those fears will manifest more negative things. It just attracts more things to be scared of, more things to create chaos in your body and your mind and your soul. So take it one day at a time. Allow yourself and your inner voice, your subconscious, to take over. Rewire your mind that your subconscious from now on will only act out of instinct and your inner voice. Let's start to rewire, y'all, because this is where the lone wolves, we leave our mark. So let's get it. Let's start healing. And let's get all of our people on the same page. Let's get it, yo. Stay woke.